Breaking news that Mets reliever Jenrry Mejia has been banned for life from baseball as he tests positive for PED use for the third time. Jonah Schwartz happened to be alongside baseball columnist John Harper, also sports media columnist Bob Raceman, Mark Malusis as well. Guys, what's your immediate reaction to this? What's your take, Harp?
Well, this is the first time somebody's had 3 strikes and you're out. And, you know, I mean, obviously the guy's a rockhead for starters. I mean, he got suspended twice last year. If he didn't learn his lesson, obviously, now he's gone for good. I thought the Mets should have cut him and been done with him because there was a lot of players that were angry and upset in the clubhouse that the guy could get not only 1 time but 2 times when they were in the middle of a season when they were contending. So I was surprised that they didn't cut him. But, you know, I mean, it's just – I don't think it's a huge blow to them, but I do think it's something where you look at it and say, you just say, you know, how dumb can you be? Really?
Well, he was scheduled to make $2.5 million this year.
Yeah, and they should have sent the message. I mean, Harp nailed it. I mean, really, they should have cut bait. The juice was not worth the squeeze. And I understand the arrogance of the Met fan and the Met ownership, not ownership, but Sandy Alderson, Ricciardi, DePodesta at the time to keep him aboard. And we know DePodesta now with the Cleveland Browns, but because they're looking at a quality arm. However, you look at it in terms of commitment, in terms of understanding exactly everything that's going on. I didn't think Mejia should have been brought back to the team. The message should have been clear, should have been succinct, should have been decisive that he's gone after the 2 strikes.
You know, I agree with both of you, but, you know, I don't know what kind of person he is. You know, you call him a rocket, he probably is. But you got to look at it this way, too. You have to wonder what was going through his mind to do this again. I think here's a person that needs some kind of help, really, because now it's about the rest of his life.
Well, that's the thing, you know, I think the blame is solely on him. I mean, you would assume someone learns their lesson after 2 times, no?
Well, when you're dealing with, when you know a 3rd time and you're gone for good, I mean, I can't imagine that he relied on it that heavily where he felt like he couldn't pitch without it at all. Who knows? You never know how long these guys have been doing it. Hey, look, you can just look at A-Rod as an example. I mean, he's a guy with supreme talent, and yet he felt like he needed that stuff to be able to perform at the highest level.
Wouldn't you think that he did think he needed it? Because if he
streams
of doing it this time where he knew he was, you know, going to be out, it was a psychological crutch.
But, you know, so often these players do this to get the money. He just threw away $2.5 million.
I would think, even if you felt like you needed it, after you're nailed twice, you're going to go out there and try and pitch without it, I would think. And if you can't, then maybe you take another shot at it. But it's unbelievable.
Well, it is. I mean, it's stunning. The last thing you think about on a Friday in February, that Mejia is going to be suspended, and it is done in Major League Baseball, and once again for a PED. It was bad enough that he happened once, and then to all of a sudden happen again. Now a 3rd time. It's amazing. And could have been a viable option for that Met team in that bullpen, regardless of how you looked at him, because at one point in time he was the closer. We know Familia is a brilliant closer and a dynamic young closer, but now that takes that option out of the way for this Met team.
ESPN's reporting that he tested positive for Boldenone, which is an old school sort of anabolic steroid, which has always been his way with everything he's done.